My name is Julie McLaughlin, and I teach here at Smoky Valley High School, and it's in Lindsborg, Kansas. I teach earth science, life science, and anatomy and physiology. The learning activity that we did was an ocean exhibit, and in the ocean exhibits, my students prepared exhibits that were about the oceans, and we made a museum in the library, and then the students from the grade school came and got to go through the exhibits and learn about oceans that way. And so it also involved using the computer, and we used mainly Hyper Studios, and some people use PowerPoint, and so it was a requirement to have a computer portion of their project. The goals and objectives of this particular activity were for the students to be able to learn research skills in the library. They were looking up information using the computer and using CD-ROMs, and they could use books, and they had a wide range of information available to them. So they used those resources. That was part of the objectives. Also, if you can teach something, you know it a lot better. And this whole idea is based on that concept that as you teach, you learn things. And so the students prepared exhibits, and in the exhibits they had to have a hands-on component, they had to have an auditory component, and visual components in their exhibit. Some of the assessments are kind of difficult. One way that I used was a rubric. It's a grade sheet that they were handed out at the first of the project, and it's broken up into steps. Step one, they were graded on their research, things like how well they used their time, did they use a variety of resources. They had to list the resources that they used. Also, step two was the exhibit part, their hands-on component. They were graded on things like creativity, a variety of different things. And then there was another component, which was the computer aspect of it, and they were graded. They had to have certain requirements that they did on the computer. And then the final component was actually presenting it to the students. They have done their exhibits before. They've done them at least twice. So part of it was they've done it before, but as far as the kids that went through, they had never experienced the exhibits. So it was all new to them. I think one of the components that's incorporated into our activity is it's a very compelling situation. The students are really motivated because it's a museum, and they're going to have an audience of younger students that they're going to have to present their information to, and so it's a very compelling situation. Also, another component of the model that I think this project addresses is just the interpretation of the information. There's so much information out there that's available. For a student to be able to process that information, look through that information, and pick out the things to use in their museum is a skill that I think is going to become more and more valuable as technology is used in the classroom.